I would like to introduce now a man returning from a triumphant tour at the Australian National Folk Festival where he laid waste to his audiences, and he will do the same to you this evening. I speak of none other than Irish Joe Lee.
That poem was an amazing act to follow, but the introduction is even harder, I think. Archie,
Sure.
yeah, I'll just tell you quickly. I've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and squeeze 2 points in. Went to Canberra to the National Folk Festival, and when I got the gigs about 6 months ago, they asked me, do you want to be a part of the Infinite Bee Gees competition? And I said, yeah, sure. You know, I got 6 months to think about it, and I learned something off, and I figured there'd be about 40 or 50 old dudes like me around the place, you know, with the bell bottoms and the, you know, and stuck in the past, and we'd sit around, we'd sing a few old songs, you know, and that'd be it. Not so. There was thousands in there. There was like 2,000 people. It was packed. It was the biggest thing that was going on. And they had all the best bands were competing. And I looked in and I thought, oh fuck, what have I done? You know? And then I didn't want to back out and throw the towel in and say I can't do it. No, I can't do it. So I mean, and they said, where's your band? You know, and your instrument? Nothing. Just give me a mic. It'll be alright. So I went over and I told them the story about. The connection was when I was a young fella and I went off to the United States once from Ireland, saved up all my money and went over, and I screwed up really bad. I fancied myself as a bit of a dancing man, a bit of a John Travolta, you know? And I landed in New York to take in a series of 3 Bee Gees concerts. Sorry, I'm a bit croaky. And I stuffed up really bad and I lost more than I bargained for. So I'll tell you the story. This is what I told the crowd. But I'll have to tell you using all Bee Gees words and lines, otherwise I'm disqualified, right? So if you're familiar with the Bee Gees, this means more, and if you're not, probably doesn't mean as much. And so pure corny, like, but they got a hold of it, and so I did up anyway, going okay with it. How did it go? It was a feverishly hot Saturday night when I landed. And boy did I create a disaster in New York City. Be tender with my love was the last thing you told me. But I pretty soon forgot to remember that. And so with no time to lose, I headed for the bright lights and totally lost sight of the real thing. Man, I danced up and down the street. And then she just run to me. I could hardly believe my eyes. For a while there I thought there must be spicks on my specs. I started to joke. Words were all I had. And I told her I was a bit of a dancing man, and I said, we should be dancing, yeah, baby. I said, come with me, let's spend a few nights on Broadway. She looked at me quizzically. She said, I hope you're not just one of those heartbreakers, and how deep is your love anyway? That's where the liar came in. I promised her I'd love her inside out, but it wasn't long before the lights went down on my obsession and I more or less fell out of bed. I ran my hand over my eyes. She said, it's all right, it's okay, honey. We got nothing to be guilty of. And by the way, what's that in your hand? Oh, it's just a photograph of someone I once knew. She looks like a woman in love. Well, actually, she's more than that. She's more than a woman to me. That didn't stop you loving me. You're a liar. So, well, that's hardly a secret, love. She said, what? You've been jive talking me all the while. And with that, she got up and walked away without a sign of emotion. And I knew she wasn't coming back. I could tell by the way she walked. Anyway, I spent quite a few lonely days, lonely nights, feeling sorry for myself. And then I finally started to cry. And it was like as if the whole wide world was laughing at me. And I felt like a tragic fool in a world of fools. This time the joke was on me. Then I started wanting to go home, and I thought, if I could just get a message to you. So I rang up our old schoolmaster. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? He had no time to talk. I said, look, I really need somebody to help me here, someone to help me. He said, who do you think I am, your big brother? I said, whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, I'm flat out staying alive here, man. Stay alive. cheese out of me. He said, oh, staying alive. And what happened to old Mr. Immortality? I said, all right, you win. You win again. But you don't know what it's like. He said, oh, you silly, silly boy. You had a love so right. All you had to do was rely on each other. You had an everlasting love and you threw it all away. I think you might have been chasing a bit too much heaven this time, boy. I said, it's all right. It's okay. You can look the other way. But I'll say it again. You don't know what it's like to love somebody. I know this, Mr. Dancing Man. The girl you loved, she's gone. She's gone. My life's going nowhere. And then I remembered when we were small. And that old apple tree that seemed to bloom just for you and me. But right now, all I could do was just stand here and watch all our dreams, just like those apple blossoms, falling one by one. And I knew then I had to face the eternal question. Just how do you mend a broken heart?